it wasn't easy what I went through.
Yeah.
But as I said, it definitely helped me become the person I am today. Clashed a lot, and things happened that shouldn't have happened. There were some times that I didn't deal with it well. There were times I was like bedridden, like wouldn't come out of bed.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have Latasha with us, and she'll be discussing what it was like for her to overcome an abusive marriage. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, as she said, my name is Latasha, and I have 3 beautiful daughters. This year, their ages would be 12, too many, 9 and 8.
Wow,
yes.
Handful.
Right. They definitely keep me busy and on my toes. I thank God for them. And it's crazy because, I did go through an abusive marriage. It was messed up. But, great things did come from, me going through that. Like, one, my 3 beautiful daughters. And I've definitely grown as a person since then. So, it wasn't easy what I went through.
Yeah.
But as I said, it definitely helped me become the person I am today. It's crazy. I knew my kid's dad since we were like 10 years old. So you would think, based on where we were coming from, like, it should last forever, right?
Yeah, of course.
But, unfortunately that was not the case. We were both young, you know what I'm saying, immature, both trying to grow up and, be parents and, going through our own stuff personally, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't easy. We clashed a lot, and, things happened that shouldn't have happened. And it's just the time came where I was like, I really had to choose, like, do I love my kids enough to walk away from this?
Wow.
Because for them to be living in this constantly, it's like all that would play in my mind is, what are they going to be like when they grow up now? Like, this is the example of love that they're seeing, you know what I'm saying? So what kind of love are they going to go find? And God forbid they find the love that I'm here holding on to. How can I look at my kids' eyes and be like, walk away from that?
Yeah.
They could simply look back at me and say, well, you didn't, right? So it's
That's
like,
true.
I had to make a choice. And one day, finally, I chose them.
Okay, Latasha, can you take us back to when you met your husband? Like, how old were you? You said this is like 10 years ago.
So when I initially met him, I was 10 years old. We were in grade 6.
Wow.
So middle school, that's what I'm saying. Like, we were like brethren.
Wow.
Like at one point, like best friends,
That's good.
We lost contact like after grade 8, everybody went off to their own high schools because we didn't live in the same neighborhood. And then eventually caught back up with each other when we were like 16. And then, stayed friends, and then, again, grew up, got busy, had our own different friends. I had moved out of the city at that time.
Okay.
So we're in less contact then, and then we got back in touch like around, I was like, 19? And that's what we decided to finally, let's do this. And
be official.
Yes.
Okay.
And like everything just happened fast, like within months of our relationship starting, like maybe like 7-8 months, I was pregnant with our first child.
Okay.
And like we, life happened.
Yeah.
And within like a very quick time, I had become a single mother of our first child. And fast forward, eventually we got back together again. That's and 2 more kids came out of that.
And then when did you get, and then, you got married
So
after
we got
the
married
second
when I was pregnant with our second child.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was like around 23. I was 23 at that time.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I had given my life to Christ around the same time.
When you got married?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
And did he give his life to Christ also?
He tried.
Okay.
He did try. I would give him the credit. And but again, we were both young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? both learning, you know, and I decided to go one way in life, and I don't think he was fully ready to, you know, and even that itself caused some strife because, you know, one person's mind is this way, the other person's mind is that way. So it's like, as I said, we clashed a lot, you know. But yeah, so the marriage eventually dissolved, and we went our separate ways. Yeah. And I have to say, it wasn't easy. It was hard because, you know, I eventually got used to being a single mother and used to doing things on my own. Yeah. But the hard part was, you know, having to emotionally be there for my kids because they're missing that other parent. It's like I have to deal with the emotional backlash of it, like the questions. Yeah. Where's my dad?
And that's hard.
You know, all of
and
that
how
stuff.
did you handle? How did you handle that?
You know, I have to say at the time, the church community that I had was a great help. Thank God. Great support system. I must say, you know, it allowed my kids to have you know, godly men influence in their life because there wasn't really a man around like that, you know. So that was good, you know. And I have to say that's what really helped me. But you know, those times when I'm away from them, when it's just me by my lonesome, you know, I have to say, you know, things like depression set in. You know what I'm saying? Just
and how do you deal with that, or how did you deal with that?
I've dealt with it a few times in my life. Okay. And there were some times that I didn't deal with it well. You know, there were times I was like bedridden, like wouldn't come out of bed. Yeah. And my kids saw this firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, mommy not wanting to get out of bed, not wanting to do anything. It's like, you know, you guys are literally fending for yourself. Yeah. I went through postpartum depression after our second child. There were times, twice throughout, you know, that process, from having kids to leaving my husband and, you know, even getting here. I was hospitalized because, you know, it just got that bad. Wow. So I really had to go get professional help, right? But that just goes to show, because there was a time I was absolutely embarrassed of all of this, I'm telling you, but where I am now and what I've come to realize, you know, with growing and maturing is that, you know, thank God these things are available to help. Yeah. Right? And more people need to know this. Like, you can go to the hospital and get help. You know what I'm saying? You can, like, get someone to speak to if you can't speak to family, if you can't speak to friends. Like, that's available to you. You know what I'm saying? So I look back now and I'm grateful that these things are in place. And all of that, you know, is what really helped me get through. But the key point for me, and this is probably going to sound cliche, is it was God.
Of course. No, it does not sound cliche. It is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was him.
I have to give him all credit. Like, when I think about times when my kids, like, I didn't know where the next meal was going to come from and all of this stuff. And it's like, things would just happen out of nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, checks coming in the mail, and it's like, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just always. And, you know, I thank God that my kids went through hell and back with me. Yeah. You know, whether it was the abuse, you know, they seen with me and their dad, or them seeing their mother depressed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Probably scared within themselves, like, Lord, who's going to take care of us? You know what I'm saying? Wow. So I give God thanks that I was able to bounce back each time. I put myself through college.
Thank God.
Graduated, you know what I'm saying, with my 3 kids. It was really nice, you know, they were able to see me walk across the stage. That's good. And that's a big deal.
Remember too, right?
It was a big deal. Yeah, it was a big deal for me, you know. I'm the first out of, my mom has 6 kids, and I'm the only one who got. Woo! You know what I'm saying? So,
generational curse, you're breaking.
Hallelujah.
That's good. Thank God.
Amen. So, you know, it was a really big deal for me. And yeah, you know, my kids are able to see that and experience that with me. And it's like, with everything that I've gone through, one of the greatest feelings today is my kids to look at me and be like, that's my mom. Like, I'm proud of her.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
Good, yeah.
So I'm grateful. I give God thanks for everything I've been through, because it really helped shape and mold me, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like it
That's
really
true.
helped
It does help.
strengthen me and bring me
Yes.
to where I am today. So yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you, girl. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
happy that you are an overcomer.
Yes,
you overcame so many
definitely,
things.
with Jesus.
Thank God. Is there
Definitely,
any resources or any, like you were saying that we're fortunate to have help, like you were saying. Is there any resources or any things that anywhere you could tell someone that if they need help they could go to? Obviously, local church they could go to. Reach out to the local church. Do you know of any other ones or?
What I would recommend is of course, like, listen, if you don't, again, this may sound cliche to some people, but if you don't like have a personal relationship with Christ, get one. Like he will make every way for you. Like he will guide you. He really, really will. You know what I'm saying? So I recommend that. You know what I'm saying? The hospital, as I said, like I had to spend time in there because of what I went through. They're there. They will help you and get you counseling that you need, and a lot of this stuff
good.
Is covered.
Because I didn't even know. that. So
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Yeah,
that is really good
you know
to
what
know.
I'm saying? It's just you just have to have the courage enough to admit to yourself something's wrong,
And you want the help,
right? Because for some people they can't even get to that point of like, there's something wrong with me. Right? So get to that point, be honest with yourself. I'm not right, something's wrong, I'm having thoughts, whatever the case is. And go boldly, go there and tell them, listen, I need help. Like, this is what's going on. And they will definitely help you. Like they will set you up with what you need to. Like they're there to help. So I would definitely recommend that as well. Advice that I would give to others who may be going through this or are going through this: if you're going through this, get out. If you're in an abusive relationship, leave. One thing I will say, because I definitely believe in the sanctification of marriage and the institution of it. Sometimes separation is needed. Doesn't mean you have to necessarily get divorced. So if that's your situation, I would not advise you, go get a divorce. People can change. I do believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely get out of the situation. Do not stay there, especially if there are kids involved. Do not stay there. And for those who have gone through it, be strong. You know what I'm saying? You have overcome. You're out of it. You've gone through it. Be strong. Be bold. Don't be ashamed. You know what I'm saying? All of us have a story. Don't be ashamed of where you're coming from. A lot of people, some of the greatest people are built from some of the most messed up stories ever.
True.
So
Wow.
Be proud of what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That is so good. Yeah. That is so good. Thank you. So is there anything that you're working on right now that you would like to let our viewers know?
I started my own cleaning business. It's called
awesome.
A Mom's Touch.
Nice.
We're just getting it off the ground. I already had some clients. It's good.
That's good.
I'm certified DSW. That's what I graduated from, Developmental Social Service Program.
Awesome.
So I work for the school board, and I also work for an organization that supports those with developmental disabilities. So
that's so
my
good.
life. And I'm raising my kids. So
that's awesome.
That's me.
If she can do it, anyone can do it. Trust me. With God on your side, anyone can do it.
Facts.
That is so amazing. Yeah. Okay, and so before you go, I'm asking everyone, what's one word that you live by? One word.
Honestly, faith.
Wow.
I live by faith. Like, that's literally what I live by daily, what I teach my kids. You gotta have faith, because
that's so true.
We don't know tomorrow, so I just trust in Him.
Yes.
And He'll make the way.
Aw, that's so good. Yeah. Okay, and that's it. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for having me. Bye.